Hey, welcome back to the Missouri Sports Network, MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. Coming to you live, as always, from the Pizza Ranch studio here on the Missouri Sports Network, presented by Central Bank of the Ozarks, Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks, Liuna Labor's Local 663, and the Bank of Billings. Pleasure to go down now to Cole Camp High School, home of the Bluebirds, and head coach Kevin Shearer. And Coach Shearer, thanks so much for your time today.
Thank you.
Coach, 22 and 7 on the season, tremendous season. You're in the quarterfinals now. You play Lutheran North. Um, Tell us first off, probably one of the most exciting sectional contests across the state between you and North Callaway High School. Triple overtime. Kind of give us a rundown of that game.
Well, what makes that game unique is they held us scoreless for the first quarter. I think the end of the first quarter was 3-0, and neither team was holding the basketball. Yeah. Both teams, all I can say to their benefit is they were guarding hard and clearing rebounds and getting back in transition. So that made it unique. I think the halftime score was 12-6. So you would have thought somebody was sitting on the basketball, but that would not be the case. We went down at halftime, made some adjustments, got it going a little bit better. And then, of course, it just seems like it was one overtime after another. At the end of the first overtime, we hit a last-second shot to tie it up. So we had two big moments in that game to keep playing.
Coach, as you look back at a 17 and 11 team from a year ago, what did you have to replace due to graduation, and who are some of the folks stepping up in those roles?
Well, we lost multiple. We lost a big post player named Gage Cross. He was actually hurt in our sectional game last year. He had got hurt in the district title because we had went 3 overtimes in that district title game last year. We had to replace another young man by the name of Kinzer Brockman. He had blown an ACL earlier in that year, so we had a lot of seniors on the side, and we had to replace another kid by the name of Ethan Courtney, who was just a good athlete and just good character kid. Gentry Diekman is a junior this year. He stepped up real big. He's a 6'6" swingman guard type. He can finish around the rim. We've had some other young guys step up in Grady Strathman and Tyler Howard. They're both juniors for us. Both can shoot the basketball. They've had to step up. So, the core group of the team came back, so we knew we had a chance to be successful. We just hadn't get it coming together at the right time.
As you look back on this season at 22 and 7, was there a point, during the year, maybe a win here or there, or where you felt like, hey, we've got an opportunity here, maybe where you kind of felt like you turned the corner to get to where you are now?
Well, it's really kind of an interesting story. We can be pretty deliberate and we can be pretty old-fashioned at times. We stayed that way because, I firmly believe until I can make sure that our team is really disciplined, we're not going to move on and do the fun stuff. So we had lost to our rival the second time of the year. I think it was January 16th to Lincoln, who had a good ball club. I think just got their first loss the other night in that sectional game. And after that game, it was time for coach to take the reins off and turn it loose and speed things up. I kind of cut my teeth as a coach in those early 2000s. A lot of people were running and jumping and making the game wild a little bit. We always have that as a component, but I always try to keep a leash on it a little bit. And I knew after that game against Lincoln, though, it was time for me to turn loose. And since that moment, we've sped way up. So we're far from deliberate now. That was probably the moment that changed our season.
Coach, as you go into this game with Lutheran North, what do you know about Lutheran North? They come in at 18 and 10. What are some things that you're going to have to maybe eliminate or limit for them, and maybe some things that you're going to have to try and take advantage of?
They come out of the city. It's just like Duchesne last year. They come out of the city and they play much bigger schools than themselves. So their record lies to you, number one. They're very athletic. They're 6'4" across the back with a 6'4" guard who can put the biscuit in the basket, and they're just long. And like I said, and they've had to play a physical course of basketball playing in the city against bigger schools. So it'll be a hurdle to climb. They do play fast. They got a lot of one-on-one type stuff they try to do. We're kind of we may play fast, but as a team, it's pretty opposite of each other in how we're trying to score. So, we're around 6 foot across. We don't got very many big guys outside of Gentry. And I got a big post player who he's an unbelievable low lineman. And he's just playing basketball for me, but he can do some damage. Michael Wispin, he's about 6'5", 300 pounds. And that sometimes that's fun to watch a big guy like that be athletic. So we've got to do some things to make them uncomfortable.
Coach, with the game, it's at 8 p.m. start. What are your travel plans? What's going on between now and when do you head up to Moberly, Missouri?
We're gonna head out of here around 4. We like to watch the game before. I think it calms when you got quality basketball. The game 4, I think it calms everybody down, helps you get. Then you're not in a rush or in a hurry. So we'll head on out of here. It'll take us a hard 2 hours. We'll go up through Columbia. And that'll just be the routine we've kind of had all year.
Very good. Well, Coach, I greatly appreciate you being generous with your time. And if you come out on top on Lutheran North, I will be in your ambassador in Springfield.
Well, we would appreciate it, and I hope you are.
All right. Coach Kevin Shearer from Cole Camp, the Bluebirds, as they prepare to play Lutheran North in the state quarterfinals. Coach Shearer, thanks so much for your time.
No problem. Appreciate it.
You're watching the Missouri Sports Network at MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. And as always, the Missouri State Highway Patrol reminds us to take that 3 seconds and buckle up. It's 3 seconds that could save your life. Be safe, be smart, and be here tomorrow.